Hey guys, today I have something cool for you guys. I have a B&T GHM45. Now, before we talk about this gun too much and disassemble this, there is some good information about the 9mm one out there. But I want to get some cool close-ups and some cool visuals of the 45, and one cool feature that I thought was pretty interesting. But before I even talk about that, make sure, obviously, depending on when you're watching this video, a brace ban is kind of in the works. So make sure you contact your local congressman, contact anybody you can. Join FPC, GOA, and make sure it doesn't pass. And obviously this a lot of people run these guns with braces, but also keep in mind, don't be so distracted by a brace ban. Like, the Democrats are very, very clever. They're jackasses, but they're clever. They'll act like they'll put a brace ban on the table, and at the same time they'll do like an import ban for something like this here. And then when the brace ban's defeated, gun owners will think like, oh, we won. No, you didn't win. It's like if you had you won one battle, but you lost another one. And you didn't even win. You just kind of stopped one. It's like if you had, 10 pieces on the table or 10 pieces of pie, and somebody's like, oh, I'm going to take 5 of them. You tell them no, but then they take one where you're not looking. Well, you still lost. So if you don't know, stuff like this comes through the ATF, and they have a point system and stuff like that. This can so easily be banned, even without executive action. Stuff like this has been banned before. It can be banned again. Make sure that you don't let them ban import of stuff like this. Make sure you don't let them ban braces. Don't give them an inch. Anyways, off my soapbox here, we have the GHM45 here. And this is one of the guns, like, if you know, then you know the quality of this gun here. It is clear, of course. So I don't mean to talk too much about, this is mainly a field trip video here, a disassembly video. But why 45? Well, 45 was in stock for me. And obviously, like I said, these things can be banned so easily. I love Swiss guns here, and the quality is awesome. So I found a 45 in stock, and I bought it. The Swiss seem to love 45, and one of the theories I have on that is basically that I think because they don't have hollow points, they don't have really super duper hot ammunition over there, the 45 seems like a viable option. Being that even a hot 45 versus a hot 9mm, a hot 45 is going to be a little more powerful, of course, It's going to recoil a little more. It's going to cost more to shoot. The magazine's going to be a little bit more hard to come by. If I had an option, if you said, hey, you need to use this gun tomorrow in some type of self-defense situation, well, then yeah, I'd rather have the 9mm, than the 45. But keep in mind, if you want 45, there aren't a ton of options out there. And, I think LWRC has one, but that thing's got some major issues, and it's very expensive. I think Aero Precision's making one. Realistically, this is pretty good price point for a 45 caliber subgun. But anyways, let's get disassembling this here. So first off, you have 3 pins here. It seems kind of weird, but there is a method to madness. You're going to pop out these pins just like an AR, and they're pretty tight. Come on now. Which is good. Of course, you want these things to be tight. Okay, there's one. I'm going to use this magazine, which I probably shouldn't do. But, oh boy. Thing's really tight. There we go. That should do it. Now, one of the cool things that I kind of found out about these guns, first off, the molding is super high quality. The trigger is awesome. It feels like it's kind of like an AR trigger, but it's so smooth. The first stage isn't even there, and that just breaks. But it is essentially an AR trigger down in there. The molding's very smooth. Any spots you might see are just kind of oil spots. Notice this does not say GHM45 here. The 45 magazine goes in. What's cool about this here is that the 45 magazine goes in, right, locks in place, no problem. You have ambidextrous controls. You have a magazine release right there, and then you have a bolt release right there. You also have a bolt, I guess you call it, it's not a bolt catch, but if you want to lock the bolt open, you can run the bolt back here and use this finger, either your index finger or your middle finger, to lock it open from the bottom of the trigger guard right there. One of the things I thought was cool is the dimensions aren't quite right here, but I think at one point they wanted to make the lower compatible for both here. So the 9mm magazines kind of fit in there. They don't quite lock in though. I'm sure if I tapped it in, it would probably work just fine. I would be willing to bet this mold is probably the same, but something's probably different with the magazine release there. Anyways, I thought it was kind of cool here that this is almost the same as the 45. Right, kind of cool there. Anyways, you have your lower here. Next up, we have the upper. The upper is kind of interesting. We're going to pop this pin out first here. Number one, the quality in this thing. This rail isn't bolted on. It's one piece, the entire thing here. This is one piece. We're going to pop this pin out here. Now notice this doesn't come off right away. You actually have to pull this down first. Come on now. A little bit down. There we go. So there's a nub, I believe that's actually steel, that locks into the upper. So once you pull this pin out, it doesn't release by itself. There's actually a good amount of spring tension on here, which makes the gun very smooth to shoot. You have a dual recoil spring. I believe this is some type of maybe Delrin or polymer. I can't quite tell. Anyways, 2 recoil springs here. You're going to pull this back here. The only thing keeping this in place here is actually, the only thing keeping the charging handle in is actually the receiver. So once you get it back to the cutout, this just comes out just like that there. Now, one thing I want to show you guys very quickly here is how smooth this thing is. Like, it literally feels like it's on, like there's almost no wobble in this thing. Like, it's really crazy. Anyways, charging handle comes out. If you wanted to, you could put it to the other side. I like mine on the right side because, for me personally, I know this is a point of controversy, but I don't like the charging handle being, like, if I'm carrying the gun, you can't really see me on the video, but imagine I'm right-handed carrying the gun up against my chest here. I don't like that charging handle there. It can get caught in gear. Even though this isn't really a quote-unquote use gun or like a duty gun, I like having it on the other side there. And for me, if I'm running the bolt release, bolt catch, and stuff like that, it's pretty easy to reach over top. And I'm probably not doing it that much if I'm just, running the gun where it locks empty and then stuff like that. Anyways here, your bolt just slides at the back here. Now, again, I don't have a GHM9 here, so I'm not quite sure where the mass is different. I'm not sure if the bolt's longer, but this is your 45 bolt. Looks much like a 9mm bolt. One of the things I thought was really cool here is the buffer system on that, which makes this gun extremely soft shooting. Obviously a blowback pistol caliber carbine is probably more or less much more simple to manufacture than something like a rotating bolt on an MPX. However, it does result in a little more jump with the gun. If you're looking for a really smooth gun, most of the time they recommend some type of, or not, I shouldn't say they, most of the time some type of lock breach is going to be a little bit more smooth shooting. But with this, a blowback and the buffer system is a great way to kind of the best of both worlds. It's simple to manufacture, and it's very soft shooting. So here's your bolt. The upper is one piece. This isn't bolted on. This is one piece of, I would assume aluminum. It might be steel, though. I actually don't know. I think it's aluminum, but it feels a little bit like steel. Very high quality. These rails can come off. This rail is part of it. It's like, one piece receiver here. The barrel can come out. One of the things I thought was interesting, no threaded barrel, tri-lug adapter here, was if you guys know about the GHM, Gen 1 and Gen 2, for the GHM9, this looks like a Gen 1. I actually emailed B&T and said, hey, is there a Gen 1 and Gen 2 of the 45s? They basically said no, because from the ground up, this gun was made to run both hollow points and bolt ammo. So yeah, let's put it back together. One of the things I saw on the website is actually look like it had threaded barrel on the website. However, it does not. It just has a tri-lug, which in my mind, if you're mounting a pistol caliber carbine, or excuse me, if you're mounting a suppressor on a pistol caliber carbine, I like having a tri-lug. Direct thread's a little more simple, but you have to make sure it's tight all the time here. I think tri-lug's really the way to go. Anyways, let's put it back together. Bolt goes in just like that. You're going to line it up. Where did my charging handle go? We're going to put this in there just like that. Slides home. Go ahead and take your dual recoil spring, and from here you can actually see the hole that the back plug, I guess you call it, snaps into. Put your recoil springs in the correct holes. You never want to put something in the wrong hole. That's an important life tip. Now you'll notice, again, a lot of spring tension here. Go ahead and hook this on here. Bring this down. And go ahead and, come on now, baby girl. There we go. Push up. Now it's in place here. Go ahead and put that pin in place. Take your lower. And I believe this is actually the same lower as on a APC 9 and 45 too. Line it up. Front pin, back pin. Make sure it works. Safety's good to go. Fires, resets, and the safety goes on here. Magazine function check. It locks open, very good. It is very hard to push the bolt release with the magazine in place here, so take it out. Go ahead, I'm not going to let it drop right now. And you are good to go. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Or if you guys didn't enjoy it, be sure to let me know why. Let me know in the comments. It definitely helps out the algorithm. And make sure you guys know big tech is trying to censor gun platforms and stuff like that. Obviously, you don't have to like my videos, but if you can like gun videos, if you can comment on gun videos, if you can do anything with gun videos, it makes them more popular for the algorithm, and we can flood YouTube with gun videos. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.